Hey guys, so it is Sunday, as you can tell, not Saturday, and I'm sorry about that. It's a day late, but I do want to go ahead and get the video in. I want you to know that this is going to be an extremely short video, very uncharacteristic, I suppose, of the videos that are on the channel. I typically try to get them to 10 minutes, but I'm really not in the headspace to do a really good video for you guys. This one is going to just basically be me kind of talking to you, not about the topic that I had planned. There are no filters. I'm literally going to take this from the recording and load it to YouTube. I probably could have just done a live. There's no editing, no filters, no nothing. I'm literally sitting here writing in my book, and I thought about the fact that I didn't do the video yesterday. I want you guys to know exactly why. But I'm not dropping any sponsorships in this video or anything. So this is just us. We're just here. It's just you and me, and a quick kind of spin through so that I don't lose any momentum on getting those 2 videos out per week. So I want you guys to know that I didn't put my video out yesterday because one of my friends that I've known since high school, so we're talking about 20 years, died yesterday. She lost her fight with cancer. So for me, it's a hard loss simply because I kind of hate cancer, and I know, and I know some of you guys probably think to yourself, all of us hate cancer. Jennifer, that's not like a thing that's new, but my best friend's mother died in February of 2012 from cancer, and then my father followed suit that same year in August 2012. So kind of like my second mom and then my dad both died in the same year from cancer. And since then, I've kind of had a little bit of an attitude about cancer. And it's not in the sense that I don't know. I guess it's not in the sense that I don't understand the disease and I don't understand how it happens to people, because I know that it's a little bit random. Cancer is basically, born of free radicals and inflammation, and there's no kind of rhyme or reason to it, and there's no cure for it, and there's no way for the body to really fight it off without all these extra poisons and stuff that you put in your body, because that's really what chemo is. You're poisoning your entire system to get rid of this one infection or this one problem, and I understand that. um, but by the same token, I am definitely not uh, I'm definitely not telling people not to do chemo, but I'm big on quality of life over quantity any day of the week. I don't understand the concept of sticking through treatments that are either not working or treatments that are not um, producing the results that you're looking for in the progression of getting better. Because I would rather, and this is again just me, because I know there are a lot of people who fought this battle and won, but this is just me. um, I would rather have 6 months of really fantastic life versus 2 years of struggle bus life. And again, that's just me, but that's what my dad did. Like, my dad went through the first round of gamma radiation. He had brain cancer, he had skin cancer really, that metastasized into his brain, and he went through the first round of the chemo and the gamma radiation, and there were, at the end of it, there were more tumors, and the ones that were there were bigger. So the treatment wasn't working for him, and instead of him deciding that he was going to do the next step in treatment, the more aggressive treatment that the doctor wanted to do, he decided not to get treatment at all. Now, we all knew that that meant that he would die, that he was shortening the time that he had left, that we would lose him. um, but he spent that last time with my stepmother, going to every place that was on his bucket list. He threw a birthday party for the first time in his entire life. He did all these things that he had never done before, and I think that he really enjoyed those last few months of his life before it got to a point where he couldn't do anything and he was at home and sick. And I think that that is where the difference is for me. The difference is that if you're going to go through the treatment and it's working and you're getting better and you're seeing that progression towards recovery, towards remission, go for it. Stay here as long as you can. Life is already too short. We don't want to give in on a fight if we know we can win. But by the same token, if you're fighting for your life and you are losing the battle, be willing to accept that and then celebrate the life that you do have and take advantage of the time that you do have and just live it up until that very last minute when you can't anymore. So that's why I didn't put up the video yesterday. I literally got the word that she had passed. They actually, her husband actually texted me at 3 that morning, but of course I was asleep. So at 6:30 when I got up, I checked my text messages. I saw the message, and I called my best friend to see if she was okay, because I knew she was in town to visit because she's a mutual friend of ours. So I called to see if she was okay and what she wanted to do. So I literally left my house at about 7 o'clock that morning to go pick her up. We went over to my friend's husband's house, which is also another longtime friend of mine. I've known him since elementary school. So these are kind of people that are rooted in, and the young lady that passed actually is related by some marriages, by some children. So she's not just a friend of mine, she's part of the family, part of the heart. And I just was out with them all day. I literally didn't get back to my house until about 2:30, and I was trying to clean up and take care of the dogs, and my best friend was actually still here with me. And then another one of our friends that I've known since kindergarten came over and we all sat around and kind of chatted for a while before they left. And then after that, I was exhausted. I was physically, emotionally, just mentally worn out, and went to bed at about 6:30 last night. So I'm sorry for not getting the video out to you guys, but that's why. I wanted you guys to know exactly why that the video was late and why it's not the content that you guys are typically accustomed to. But you know, if we're gonna be here and we're gonna be family and we're gonna be friends, then you may as well know exactly what's kind of going on in my world and the reason for the absences that happen, because life happens. But I will be sure to get back right on track with you guys for all the normal topics on Tuesday, and we'll just push everything back a little bit based off of what I was trying to do for my Tuesdays versus my Saturdays. Maybe I'll do some rearranging, but I just want you guys to know that you're loved very much. And if no one else tells you that, I'm going to tell you that I love you, and I think that you're amazing and you're wonderful people, and I'm glad that you're here with me every single time that you stop by here at Heartspeak. I could not be more excited to have you here. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you a million times over. And just do me one big favor today and every day. Work on being kind to one another. And today and every day, work on taking advantage of the little moments and the small victories. They're very important. They slip by us a lot, and we don't realize that we let those moments go by without really taking advantage of the nuances and the sweetness that they kind of add to life. So be sure to do that, and be sure to tell someone that you love them. I know these are kind of cliche, but they're really important, because at the end of the day, when that person is gone, when someone you really cared about is not here anymore, you won't have those opportunities to tell them that you love them. You won't have those opportunities to take in the features on their face, just their facial expressions, just the way that they would say certain words, or the way that they look when they have that look of surprise or disgust or whatever it is. Just the sound of their voice. Sometimes you won't have those opportunities anymore. For anyone who has lost someone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That loss, that losing feeling is pretty troubling, and it doesn't sit very well for weeks, months, even years later, depending on that person and how deeply ingrained in your daily routine, or just in your life in general, that person was. So guys, I love you. Thank you for being a part of the Heartspeak family. I'm so glad that you're here with me every day. And like I said, if no one else tells you, I love you. I think that you're amazing. I think you're the most important person that comes to my channel. And I know that sounds kind of weird, because everybody's here, and so everybody will say to themselves, well, I'm the most important, I'm the most important. Believe me when I tell you, you are in your own unique way, you're the most important. And then the next viewer, in their own unique way, they're the most important. None of us would be here without the other, and none of us can get by as a human being without the 7 billion other people that are on the planet. I mean, maybe there are a few that we could probably do without, but but believe me when I tell you, I'm learning very quickly that life is incredibly short. Whereas I thought short meant 50, 60 years, my friend was only 38. So short is definitely not in time. Short is what we tend to do with the time that we have. So love on each other real hard, and we're going to start doing that here. I'm going to think of something that you guys can either do or say every day that I'm going to put in each one of the videos going forward, so that we can have something that I know each one of us is trying to do, that's putting a little more love and a little more positivity back out into the world. All right, guys, I love you very much. Again, thank you for being here at Heartspeak, and we will get right back on schedule for Tuesdays and Saturdays, as long as the funeral isn't next Saturday, because that will probably not be a good day for me to do a video. In anticipation of that, I may do a pre-recorded video and then just put it out for you guys on Saturday. All right, I love you. Thanks for coming